the key to doing the magic we want to do, which is generating the files for this automatically instead of creating them manually, is to go back to our infom. So when we get back to our infom, we'll go on getting started. So getting started will show us how to generate different commands. There is something I'm looking for. So if you scroll down, click on getting started. You scroll down to this point, generator input, click on input from table. So we'll click on it, opens this page for us, very good, and brings us to this page. So as you can see, you can specify your own custom table name by running this command, and we can look at what we're looking for, want to generate from table. So we copy this, but the thing is, we're going to change something there. We're going to change this model name and this table name to put the actual table names and model name. So the actual table name we're trying to create is categories. Remember, categories is the first table. If we could get back to our database, categories is the first table. We want to do it in order. So if we come back to where we were, categories, then Laravel names model files in a special way. It must be capitalized, which means the first letter in the name of the model file will be capitalized, and the model is usually in singular. So I can do category. So that's the model version of this table. All right, once I have it like this, I can copy this, then I'll go to my command line, right click, it has pasted, and I'll hit enter and chill. This process takes few seconds to few minutes, so I'll pause till it's done. Before I generate other tables, let me show you what was created by this. So if we go back to our code, the first thing you see if we go back to resources, views, you will see that categories folder has been created, and if we open it, we'll see a number of files. I'm coming back to that, but a special menu has been created. Look at in layout, menu. If I click on menu, you see that menu has been created for categories. So if we go and refresh our page, we will see something very interesting. Let's get back to our app, and if we refresh, you'll see that there's a menu here already. If I reload, categories menu is already here. This is awesome, isn't it awesome? So if I click on it right now, it shows me the list of all categories. So far there is no category. Remember, our categories has name and action and just name and ID. So ID is not shown. If I pan to the right, in fact, let me go to the database and show you. This is database. If I click on structure, you will see that category has only name. That's the field that should be displayed. All these ones are automatically filled, and this one is automatically filled. That's why it's showing only name. So if I come back to our app, that's why it's showing me only name and action. So I can now create new category. If I click on this, it shows me the form to create new category. This is awesome. So the first category we want to create is let's say most vicious entrepreneur. Most vicious entrepreneur, or whatever category you want to create. Maybe you can create provost in case you're building for the student union elections. You can create the categories will be just the categories of fields that people are contesting for, or the posts that people are vying for. One can be student union president, one can be provost, student union provost, one can be student union treasurer, something like that. But me, I just want to use this as an example because it sounds cool. Most vicious entrepreneur. See, it is created. So if I click on categories, I'll see that most vicious entrepreneur is created, and there's a link here that says view, there's a link here that says edit, there's a link here that says delete. So if I click on this, I can edit it. So I can now change the spelling properly. Entrepreneur. Save. Guess what? The spelling changed. It's awesome. So if I click on view, look at with this message. These things are normally things that will take you several minutes or even hours to create it. All this process that we just created in seconds will take you hours to create in Laravel, because you have to create it one by one, or design this page one by one, create this and that. It's too stressful. So, but we're doing it the easy way. Okay, I just did the look at. You can cancel. And if you want to delete, there's a pop-up asking you, are you really sure? This is awesome. If you click on view, So it gives you all the field, displays all the fields, you understand? So which means we can now come to this view. This is where the view is where we'll do most of our edit work. So if I come back to the code, we can see how these things are structured. So inside categories, first of all, there is a create and there's an edit. The create anything and the edit anything always have the same, almost always have the same number of fields, true or false. So to create a category, we fill the same number of fields. To edit a category, we fill the same number of fields. So what the Laravel generator did was take out those fields and put it in one place. That is basic, don't repeat yourself. So the create field basically makes reference to a file in categories fields. Look at it. So they isolated all the fields and put it here. The edit category also imports that. So the edit category doesn't have the form fields. The form fields are put somewhere else. If we open this, we now see the form fields. Look at the name and the save button. You understand? So the create and the edit makes use of this form. Otherwise, you can also create your own. Then if you look at the index page makes use of a table. Look at this table. The index page is if I click on this, the index page basically lists all. So if let me just create another most malicious entrepreneur. I can never be able to spell this correctly, so save. So see, this table is on the index page. So instead of just creating them together, the Laravel generator takes this table out and puts it in a separate file just in case you need it elsewhere. Alright, so this index page, as you can see, the table is somewhere else. It's inside categories table. Look at categories folder. Look at the table. Okay, same thing with show. The show file doesn't have anything. It just makes reference of the fields to display, and the fields to display is inside show fields. Look at it here. So this is awesome. Alright, so in the next videos we'll look at other things, but before then let's look at what it has here. If we go to app and go to HTTP, you will see that it has created controller file for me. You understand? If you open it, you see that it's essentially empty. Now another thing you can do, you can see, is that it's created a models folder. If we open it, you will see that the model folder, it has already filled the files. You see, created everything for us, and this is awesome. And then something else, it created a repository. So if you go to repository, click on category, see, creates nice repository for us. This is awesome. Alright, so we're gonna, in the next video, I'm doing this so that I don't have to explain everything in the next video all over again. In the next video, I'll just create all the other tables one by one. Thank you very much. See you.